Oh, welcome back. We are coming to you live this morning from the U.S.-Mexico border. Texas Congresswoman Flores introducing her first ever bill yesterday targeting President Biden's border crisis. The wide open border, the legislation meant to strengthen communication between law enforcement at the southern border. Flores won her special election race this summer, historically flipping the district red, which had been held Democrat for 100 years. Joining me right now is the woman herself, Texas Congresswoman Flores. She is a member of the Homeland Security and Agriculture Committees. And Congresswoman, it's great to see you. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congrats on the bill. Tell us about the bill. What are you trying to achieve?
You know, it's very important that we invest in our law enforcement operations, and, you know, border security is very important for me. I am a Border Patrol wife, and the southern crisis is something that is affecting us here in South Texas. But to be honest with you, I think it's affecting all of us throughout the country. So it's very important that we get to work. And this bill, I'm very proud that we were able to work with other members on the House, with House members, Democrats, and it's important. It's important that we work together, because I believe that the southern border crisis shouldn't be political. We should be working together, but it's just unfortunately, the Biden administration doesn't understand that illegal immigration is hurting this country. It's also hurting immigrants, because it's very dangerous, the journey. So many women go through so much abuse. Children are being put into child sex trafficking. And if we want to change that, we must secure our borders.
Well, I mean, and it's also important to hear this from you. You were born in Mexico, the first Mexican-born Congresswoman. Your family came here the legal way, and you are now a member of Congress able to do something about it. So, I mean, when you look at how this has evolved, have you ever seen anything like what you're seeing in the last year and a half?
I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen so much stress on my husband, and I know it's not just my husband. I know all our Border Patrol agents are going through very difficult times, and their families as well. This puts a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on the families as well, and the constant attacks on the Border Patrol agents. It's very hurtful to us here in South Texas, because our Border Patrol agents, they're our families.
Now, you were a registered Democrat, right? Am I right that you actually flipped yourself?
Yes, I voted Democrat. I actually voted for Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm. And now, Congresswoman, your midterm opponent is claiming that you're, quote, confused after you said that Democrats have lost touch with the Hispanic community. What do you want to say?
He's the person that's confused. He's banking in China. I'm banking in the United States. He can't even define what a woman is. And he believes that hiring a blogger to call me racist names, Miss Frijoles, Miss Enchiladas, and, you know, a blogger to sexually harass me. And these attacks are not just against me. They're against our culture. They're against women. So I think he's the one that's confused.
Well, I mean, isn't it true that Jill Biden called the entire community breakfast tacos? I mean, what, breakfast tacos?
It's honestly, it blows my mind, because they think that by giving us tacos, playing Latin music, that's all it's going to take for us to vote for them. And it's not. They're going to have to get to work if they want our support.
When, in fact, it's about one thing and one thing only, as we've just discussed, and that is the economy. Opportunities for Hispanic families, the way everybody in every ethnicity wants opportunities and safety for their family.
Absolutely. We want more money in our pockets.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're able to provide for our families, and that's why his approval rating in my district is underwaters, and it's also underwaters in the entire country. The Hispanic community, you know, is very smart and very wise, and they're seeing that they've been playing with them. They've been playing games. They've been using the immigration reform every election year just to obtain votes. But once they get the vote and support from the Hispanic community, they don't care anymore. And then they bring the immigration reform every election year.
And you're fighting for your family. You have a beautiful family. You say family values is the keystone of your campaign. We saw your beautiful daughter on display when Nancy Pelosi gave her a little shove the other day when you were sworn in.
You know, when it happened, I didn't see it. I saw it all on TV, on social media. I was very proud of my daughter, but we didn't allow that moment to destroy that special moment, because it really was. It was a very special to my family, even to my family in Mexico, that were very supportive and calling and watching this moment for us. So we didn't allow her to destroy that special moment. And I'm very proud of my daughter, the way she responded.
She was beautiful, standing there. She was actually unfazed. So it was great. But Congresswoman, I mean, coming from you, it's really important to understand how you think things ought to proceed, because you have family still in Mexico. What kind of an immigration policy would you like to see for America? I mean, we have a structure in place right now. We issue, what, 1 million green cards a year. And yet, look at the 2 million people who have been encountered illegally crossing the border just under Joe Biden's watch. And that doesn't include the gotaways. I'm told it's about 900,000 gotaways that we know of that have been seen on surveillance cameras. What do you want to see in terms of immigration?
It's very difficult. Like you said, I have family in Mexico that I don't visit as often because of the criminal organizations. And a lot of people here in South Texas have family in Mexico that we don't visit as often because of the criminal organizations. And we understand how important it is to secure our borders, but we do want a better legal immigration process. I still have family in Mexico that have been waiting for about 15 to 20 years to be able to come here to the United States. So the process is very long, and I think it's important that we improve the process so good people that want to come here to the United States to work hard for the American dream can do so and not have to go through this dangerous journey, because it's our policies that are creating this crisis. They're coming because of Biden administration's policies that encourage them to come here knowing they're going to go through a very dangerous journey. And that's what breaks my heart, because this administration knows it's dangerous. They don't care. They still encourage them to come because they just want to use them for political power. And that's it. They don't care about the children.
Well, it's pretty extraordinary when you see what has taken place, particularly in the last year and a half. These cartels are dangerous. You know that. And tell me about those cartels. What can you tell us that we may not know? I mean, are they running all of Mexico?
They're running the border.
That we know.
That we know
They're
for
running
a fact.
the border. They're charging what? $4,000 a head if you're from the Triangle, and up to $50,000 a head if you want to come from China.
Absolutely. You know, illegal immigration funds these criminal organizations, and if we want to defund the cartel, we're going to do it by securing the border. That's why it's so important. But I'm from Tamaulipas, and they have changed everything for the state of Tamaulipas. Like I said, we don't visit our families as often. I don't want no American to ever feel that, you know, their lives in danger because they go and visit their family. Why would I want that for this country when in my home country that's what's happening? And it's really heartbreaking, because these criminal organizations have taken so much away from me. They've taken away so much from the people here in South Texas. We love our families back in Mexico. We love our culture. We love our traditions. We love our values, and that we take with us, you know, and that's the reason why I believe that no political party is worth us putting our values aside. We should always put God and family first.
So how are you feeling about the November elections then? I mean, look, it feels like you're sort of hanging out in the middle. You lean to the right on certain things, you lean to the left on other things, like many Americans, by the way. Do you feel like that's who you're resonating with? What are you doing to get a victory in November?
I'm a strong conservative. You know, I'm a strong conservative. I will always fight for my values. And I believe that, you know, my values and my stance do resonate with my district, and that's why we were successful in the special election, and that's why we're going to be successful in November. But because we're focused on the issues that matter to the district, not the nonsense in Washington, Latinx, you know, things like that. We're focused on gas, groceries, rent, interest rates.
Yeah.
Those are the things that matter to my district. And I was a respiratory care practitioner, and I saw what the elderly community were going through, having to decide on health care or food. It's very difficult.
And that's what matters to all of us. Congresswoman, it's great to talk with you.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you. Mayra Flores joining us.